Hi my loves, so this is just going to be a quick short and sweet video. I have 5 books here that I want to reread, and this is just a way to essentially give myself the pass to reread them.
I am so scared of falling down. I just won't climb in the first place.
So this is just an excuse for me to read books that I've previously loved and would like to reread. So the first book on this list is Did I Mention I Love You by Estelle Maskame. I was hesitant to pick this up at first, but I actually got all 4 of the books signed from Waterstones because this lovely author is from close to where I stay, so support a fellow Scottish author here. And I love this series. I was hesitant for no reason. I went in with no expectations and I came out with a series that I ended up loving. I would like to return to this series because the 4th book, Just Don't Mention It, is the first book, this book, but in the guy's perspective instead of the girl main character perspective. So I actually want to go back and reread these and read them as Just Don't Mention It, and then this one, and then go on to the rest of them. This is adding another series to my series that I'm reading, but it's totally worth it because it's a reread. It's not like high pressure to read it, just when I feel like it. I fly through these are floppy, and I just love this story, so I'd like to return to it. And hopefully, I feel the same way because it's been a couple of years, but yes, I would like to reread this. The next book I have here is The Shadow Queen by C.J Redwine. If you have seen my book series video, then you know that this is part of a series, Ravenspire series, and I would like to continue with the series, but in order to do that, I feel like I would have to reread this book to get the full benefit of rereading, of continuing on in the series. So I feel like if I reread this book, then I can finally continue on with the other books in the series and hopefully love them and hopefully love this upon reread. And the next book is Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moïra Fowley-Doyle. So I read this when it first came out and I loved it. I love anything with witches. I love witches. Um, so I want to reread this book because I read it so quickly when it first came out. I think I read it in like a day, and I'm finding it hard now to remember things that I loved about it. I do believe this has um, pride rep in it, which is great. I love that in my books, but um, I'm finding it hard to get all the details to come back to my head. So I feel like I'm due a reread of this. So when I do recommend this to people, I know that I'm recommending a book that I love because I've recommended this to a few people, and now thinking about it, I'm like, oh shit, do I am I remembering the story correctly, or did I just make a recommendation and the book is not as good as I think it is? I'm just remembering it's good. So I would really like to go back and read this. So when I recommend this to people, I know that my thoughts and feelings are all the same as when I first read them. So that's it. The next book is Seconds, by Bryan Lee O'Malley, I believe. I do have the dust jacket somewhere, but I really like the art that's just all over the book, and the art inside this is just filled up of like really cute artwork, which I really enjoy. So I really want to go back and reread this. This was a present from my lovely grandma. She bought this for me because I wanted it so badly, but I I'm a cheapskate and I don't like spending too much money on books, which sounds silly because of my collection. But if I'm gonna spend £25 on a book, it's gonna have to be a book that I really, really want to read. But my dear grandma gave me this, so I didn't have to spend my own pennies. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever get rid of this just because it was a present from my grandma, and I really enjoyed it the first time I read it, but I think I'm due a reread of it because I definitely want to get my grandma's money's worth, and I believe it'll be again a 5 stars once I reread it. I can't see this changing, but yeah, I just want to like set aside a day, sit down, read this again, and have a fun time. So the next book I read not that long ago, but I have been I have actually tried to like stop myself from picking this book up because I have other books to prioritize. But all I want to do is pick this book back up and read it again, and that is A House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City, Sarah J. Maas. I fucking loved this. This was it for me. This was the book that I was like, she's done it. She's fucking done it. I loved A Court Mist and Fury. That was my favourite Sarah J. Maas book I had read. This is on the same level. It is on the same level. I bloody loved this and I want to reread it again because the sequel is due out, I believe, this year. I'm hoping and praying it's this year. But yeah, I love the characters, I love the world. The writing was like amazing in this book. This is definitely adult. I love the characters and I just want to be back in this world. So I would like to reread this before the sequel comes out so I can just jump right into the sequel. And I also have this to show you, which is Hunt and Bryce, which is the main characters of this book. And this art print again. This art print is from Court Books and Family over on Instagram. Their artwork is just amazing and their customer care just goes above and beyond. So if you want any Sarah J. Maas or new released artwork, they have all different kinds. They also have older released artwork, but I would suggest getting in quick because their stocks don't last and beauties like this will slip through your hand. Oh, look at my little Hunt and Bryce. I love this scene. I'm reading this. I'm reading this. This is getting reread, and I'm gonna fucking have a ball of a time. I might vlog it, so you can see all my reactions as I reread it, or I might reread it and then vlog my opinions of the sequel, and then you can get my actual opinions the first time I read them on the sequel. These are all the books that I would like to reread. I'm trying to take a thumbnail at the same time. They're all falling. So these are all the books that I would like to reread, and I'm gonna have a ball of a time because it's ones that I have already read and loved, so I expect to obviously love them again. And that is all for this video. I hope you have a brilliant day. If you're interested in any more videos, hit the bell, subscribe button, and there should be like videos that will pop up somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, if you have any books that you would like to reread, please let me know in the comments. I love knowing what people want to pick up, and I hope you have an amazing day and stay safe. See you next time.
Pack up my summer in a Ziploc bag. Old maps and tchotchkes, photographs of this and that. I'll write myself a letter so that I'll remember